At Sport Manitoba today with Jeff Wood, who is the performance manager here. Jeff, Canada Games are coming up. This is pretty exciting for a lot of athletes. Yeah, for sure. Tell us a little bit about what you've been doing to prepare some of our athletes for the Games.
Yeah, lots of teams have been preparing for the last couple of months in here training, doing strength and conditioning, but we also have had some teams that have been here for, since last fall training in preparation for this. Lacrosse has been one of those teams that have been here pretty regularly over the last 9 months preparing for Canada Games.
Because that's just it. It's not like an immediate thing. These athletes, not just 9 months, most of them have been training probably for most of their lives. What does some of that training look like?
Well, for us, we kind of work on the basics. Like, let's teach people how to move well, be good athletes. Obviously, strength training is important, but we do speed, agility, quickness, power, those types of things as well, and conditioning. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So aside from just training specifically in their sport, they do need to keep in mind being an overall well-rounded athlete. Obviously, there's the physical side to that. Let's talk about some of the mental training as well that goes into this.
Yeah, some of the other things we do too, like from a nutrition perspective, teaching athletes how to eat the right way, meal timing, those types of things, but also how to deal with the menu at Canada Games and looking at when they compete and eating the right foods at the right time to give them fuel, to help them recover. And then sleep is a big piece of that as well. Right? Your body repairs itself when you sleep, so you need to make sure you get enough sleep. 8 to 10 hours for these athletes every night is really important.
That goes for everybody, by the way, not just athletes. We all need to sleep at night.
For sure. And then the mental side of it, we have mental performance coaches that we work with. 3 of them are going to Canada Games to work with our athletes. So they spend time prior to the games doing some prep work with them and their coaches. And then at the games, when things the heat gets going and people sometimes get stressed, having that person to talk to get them comfortable and back and focused again to be able to perform when it matters most for them.
So some of that mental side of things, you mentioned like having somebody to talk to. Is it like some visualization and things like that as well? What kind of goes into that?
Yeah, they do all of those things, like how to set goals, achievable goals that still are, just outside of their reach, so they can work on those. But how to visualize, how to reset when a bad play or something has happened like that, and get back into the game or competition and make sure that they're doing the right things, and they forget about the bad things and then focus on the next thing. And that's when a mental performance coach works with athletes, they focus on those types of things, but how to visualize the play, the different things that are going on within their competition, and how to kind of go through that and focus on those things while they're in the competition.
Yeah, and that can be a challenge sometimes, so I love that you've got somebody there to help kind of guide them along. When are the Canada Games coming up?
They start August the 9th and run until around the 22nd or 23rd.
All right, excellent. So we'll be watching for some of our athletes and cheering them on. And by the way, some of these tips, they're working with elite level athletes, but these are things that you can incorporate right at those younger stages, right? All good things
Absolutely.
To keep in mind.
Yeah.
Thanks for having the chat, Jeff.
Sure.
This report is sponsored by Sport Manitoba, growing sport, wellness, and community.